We love hip hop.
I want to get to the Certi2x murder that happened about a couple of weeks ago now, or about a week and a half ago. Okay, back on January 16th or January 13th, I'm not, or 12th. Okay, um, he got murdered in a home. The home burnt down right after he was murdered, or he was shot in the home, and then the home burnt down. I'm gonna pull up the video that I did on it the other days. Big salute to everybody who's been tuning into the documentary. There's a couple of things that I got wrong. As far as the picture that I showed of Certi2x brother when he got killed in Brampton, that was the wrong picture. My apologies. Okay. Also, some information that I found out is, and I'm not sure about the whole urination thing either. So let me clear that up. That hasn't been confirmed either by the authorities or anybody, especially people are like, yo, urinated on him. Like, that's crazy. Wouldn't that leave DNA? But the intention was to burn the whole house down and burn the evidence being 32 times in the house. Every room burnt down in the house except for two rooms, one being the room where 32 times was shot dead in. Hold on, that might need a sound effect right there. Okay, there I repeat. The whole place was burnt down, which was the intention, I guess, to burn the body and get rid of the evidence. Every room in the house, the ceiling caved in, all types of shit. Every room in the house burnt down except for two rooms, one of the rooms being the room that 32 times was shot dead in. Crazy shit, crazy. Okay, like divine intervention. So let's pull up the 32 times documentary quickly and see if I could find any of the things that I think I addressed the things that I got wrong already. Let's do this. Actually, why am I not just checking the thing? It should be around here. It should have enough SEO. There we go.
Why do rappers talk about getting back so much?
So another thing that I got wrong. Okay, I just want to make sure I clear up everything before we get to the main story that's in here. Main story being, and let me not bury the lead, there's been a lot of murders going down over there in BC. Okay, since this 32 times murder, I don't know how many of them are get back, but there's a lot of them, like 5 hats at least since January 12th, if I'm not mistaken, when it happened. Okay, 5, not 5 shootings, 5 hats, bodies dropping. On top of that, when I was doing my research, and we'll go over it in a minute, I was there like, yo, okay, let me see if I could find these different hats that might be in connection with the 32 times murder. I started finding all of these extortion hats. Like, and extortion shootings, like Vancouver or the lower mainland, like Surrey and Burnaby and all that, like spooky shit, bro. If you guys think Toronto is crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Big salute to AGB, the Don. That's my guy. We love hip hop team.
Or United Nation gang consists of members from multiple cultures, hence the name. Notorious gangsters like Bindi Johal helped to set the trend in the 90s of gangsters moving from Punjabi, India to BC, going through team. He followed in the footsteps of his older brother, Sameh Ali Muhammad, who was already in the streets, and by his teens, Nassim followed along, eventually joining the Brothers Keepers gang. The Brothers Keepers have a notorious, well-documented history of murder, extortion, and trafficking that spans decades, with their main rivals being the Red Scorpions, United Nations or UN gang, Wolfpack, Gang Crime Group, Hells Angels, and more. Needless to say,
okay, so that list I said there, the Gang Crime Group, yes, that is their ops. They are all, but they're not beefing with the UN. They don't have beef with Hells Angels. So I was wrong about that. Okay, I just want to make sure I clear up some of the things. While I'm doing this, I'm doing a live stream, so we can clear up anything that I might have got wrong in the documentary or just any slight mistakes. So yes, I found all of this information online, and maybe at one point in time they've had beef, but in this current day and time, they're not beefing with all of those gangs that I mentioned, but they are beefing with some of them. Okay, but yeah, not the UN or the Hells Angels. So I just wanted to make sure I cleared that up. And I think I cleared up everything else as far as with the murder of his brother. And I put up the wrong picture. So yeah, this one right here.
Slaying of his brother, Sameh Ali Muhammad.
Right. Just going and doing this research. And I'm not going to lie, this is one of the quicker documentaries that I cooked up. I got a few things wrong. And you listen, sometimes when I do the longer documentaries, I fuck up some of those too. Okay. It is what it is. All right. So, RIP to Certi2x. But let's get to some of the stuff that I found here. Starting with Reddit is where I started following this thread from. Okay. So it starts here where it says, fifth body this week in BC. Are all these get back for Certi2x? And listen, I'm not confirming that these are get back. I'm just saying since he died, there's been a lot of drama, and maybe it's been always happening and I just wasn't aware. But now that I take a look, I'm like, holy shit. So a man shot and killed in Burnaby. Police said they found a burning car shortly after. I actually have some news articles from some of these right here. Let's put up this here. Ooh, and I skipped a topic I need to get back to. So we'll get back to that in a second. I skipped a positive topic, so we'll get back to that in a second. Let me make sure to mute the ad. This the one thing I don't like about surfing the internet and going on actual websites. You're just attacked by ads. All right, so let's go.
Homicide team is investigating a fatal shooting that happened during rush hour. CTV's Yasmin Gandam joins us live now from the scene this morning. Yasmin, we've heard from some witnesses. What have you learned?
Nafisa, well, witnesses describe a pretty chaotic scene here, a shooting during rush hour that has left one man dead and police now on the hunt for his killer. Take a listen.
I thought it was like a motorcycle backing up or something, or the engine or something like that, but it sounded maybe like 2 or 3 times, and then it just kind of went silent for a bit.
Burnaby RCMP responded to reports of shots fired near Canada Way and Smith Avenue around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. One witness told CTV News he saw first responders perform CPR on a person in this gas station parking lot, but the man did not survive. Police tape closed off the shopping center just west of the gas station, where one witness claimed the suspect ran from the area on foot. A short time later, about 5 kilometers, police located.
They burnt the shit out of that car right there.
A burnt vehicle at Buxton Street near Royal Oak Avenue and Forglen Drive. Investigators are working to determine if it's connected to the shooting, which they believe appears to be targeted. Police say there's no risk to the public at this time. It looks like the shooting happened at the gas station parking lot behind me here, which appears to be closed. Police are on scene there. Now, anyone with dash cam video from this area or information about the incident is asked to contact IHIT as they take over the investigation. Nafisa?
Yasmin Gandam live for us this morning. Thank you, Yasmin.
Thank you, Yasmin. So I'm asking a question over here in the poll. Let me just type properly before freaking this video repeats. Is Vancouver more gangster than Toronto? Because, and I mean like in the literal sense, really, because yeah, niggas get it in over here in Toronto. Oh, it's crazy. All of the mad them are from over here. But I don't really hear about as much gangs, like actual organized crime gangs. Like, yes, there's a bunch of freaking street gangs out here, obviously. But the way that those Indo-Canadian gangsters, gangs that be popping up and they recruit bare black brothers and stuff like that too, like, I don't know if it's like that over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to undermine Toronto, but Vancouver might give Toronto a run for their money. Like, look at this one over here. Is this the Surrey one? Yeah. So that one was in Burnaby. These are all places like outskirts of Vancouver. Obviously, Vancouver itself, they got Hastings Street, all these different places where there's just bare drugs and whatever, and shit goes down there too. But these places like Burnaby and whatever, it's like going to Saga or going to Scarborough or whatever. It's like, it's not that far. When I was staying in Surrey the other time, like I took the train or the transit to Vancouver in like half an hour, 40 minutes tops.
It's been a busy start to 2026 for homicide investigators in the Lower Mainland. On Tuesday, Surrey police were called to the 3500 block of 176th Street, where they
the
found
video's only playing out of one side. My bad,
Garcha
gang.
with gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Surrey Police Services also received reports of a vehicle fire in the area of 18900 block of 40th Street in Surrey. Investigators at this stage believe this to be related to the ongoing homicide of Mr. Garcha.
Investigators aren't saying whether the case is extortion related, but have ruled out gang activity.
We are in the early stages of this investigation. However, based on the initial steps investigators have taken, we do not believe this to be related to the BC gang conflict.
CBC News went to Garcha's home, where friends, family, and co-workers have gathered to mourn. No one would appear on camera, but told us he was a successful businessman who ran a wedding videography business as well as a banquet hall.
The man ran a wedding videography business and a banquet hall. Oh, we don't think it has anything connected to gangsterism. Like, bro, the man probably took his gangster money and opened some legitimate businesses. Like, what are we talking about? We will get to the extortion thing. So they might be thinking about the extortion.
Surrey police have referred all questions to IHIT. And while no motive is known at this point, they have confirmed they've opened 16 new extortion files since the start of January.
Jesus.
The issue is being worked on by multiple parties at multiple levels. And so we understand that it is concerning for the community. This is an issue that obviously impacts not only the victims, but the broader community.
2 other homicides over the past week have been linked to gangs. On Monday, 27-year-old Naseem Muhammad was found dead in a house fire on 56th Avenue near 127th Street in Surrey. And on Friday, 28-year-old Navpreet Dhaliwal was shot in the 3200 block of Siskin Drive in Abbotsford. Anyone with information on any of the homicides is asked to call police. Amelia John, CBC News.
You guys see a pattern in the name? A.W.O.L or Harpreet this and friggin' all of these different names. Like, it's all like Indo Canadian gangsters. I wanted to show you guys because this took me down a wormhole, right? Pause. This took me down a wormhole. And I started finding all of these extortion videos. I'm like, okay, there's the gangster shit, but this extortion shit is some next level shit. Let me see if I could just go to my history. We might find some of the videos in my history that I was looking at, and I was like, God damn. I saw y'all. Look at this one. Extortion victim in Surrey under investigation for firing back during shooting.
Community leaders have been warning for weeks a failure to curb Surrey's extortion violence epidemic could lead to people taking matters into their own hands. And on Saturday morning,
mans are just balking out there.
That appears to have happened.
What did it sound like?
Bang, bang, it's like a bomb going off.
Kelly Baines lives nearby on Galway Crescent and was surprised to learn police are now investigating people in the targeted home for allegedly returning fire.
It was very...
I should ask the question instead of the one that I put up in the poll over here. What did I put in the poll here? Is Vancouver more gangster than Toronto? I'm gonna leave the question as it is because I mean gangster. Again, I will say gangster, organized crime gangster, not like, oh, you gangster nigga, oh, you shot mad niggas. Like, no, organized crime. Like, Vancouver has got the organized crime game on smash compared to Toronto, in my opinion. Okay, I seen somebody in the comments said there's a lot of dysfunctional gangsters over here in Toronto. Yes, a lot of independent gangs. We got a bunch of different little street little nigga gangs and shit like that. But like, that ain't the same as these organized crime factions that are out here, like, really recruiting some killers. You feel me? It's a different thing, bro.
very terrifying. I mean, it still is.
Global News has learned the homeowner had been receiving extortion threats for weeks and had reported them to Surrey police.
We share everyone's frustrations, but that isn't meant to condone vigilantism or taking up arms. You are putting yourself at risk and you're putting your community at risk.
We've got to pivot on what is going on right now. Law enforcement has to bring back some credibility within the community to show that they can protect them. Because right now, nobody within the community feels that law enforcement will protect them.
Monday, no answer.
They could protect you from like maybe some like little brother gangsters or whatever. This is different, fam. And they can't even protect you from that. Okay. All right. But this is different. These are organized crime factions. The boy them are already in on the fix half of the time. So they're warning mans of where to go and where not to go and all types of shit. They're part of the payroll, fam.
At the front door of the home, bullet holes still visible. We also went by a business connected to the homeowner, but again, no one was talking.
The victims were protecting themselves like they're entitled to here in the laws of Canada. And now they become suspects.
BC's public safety minister had nothing new to announce Monday, but did say the RCMP-led extortion task force will update the community Tuesday.
The government.
Bare bullets all over. That's just one video, fam. Trust me, I was like, what? Why am I seeing all of these extortion videos? Is there another one in here? Surrey Auto Shop hit with gunfire, extortion incident more than double since last week. Okay, these are not old videos. These are videos from like
another business.
The other video I was showing you guys was from a few days ago. This is from 3 days ago.
In Surrey has been hit by gunfire, this time at the Drive Star Rims and Tire Shop off the Langley bypass. Police do believe this was extortion related. Surrey RCMP responded to a call from the business owner this morning that his shop had been shot at sometime overnight.
The SPOSU officers arrived at the business and were able to confirm that the exterior of the building had been struck by gunfire. Fortunately, the business was closed at the time overnight, and there have been no reported injuries.
The number of extortion incidents in Surrey has more than doubled since last week. As of today, there have been 34 reported incidents in 2026 involving 21 victims and 7 shootings. And police believe there may be more.
Historically, these crimes have generally been underreported. What we feel is a willingness to report last summer, where the number of reported extortions began to rise. And we heard, much like you and others probably did, that people were beginning to come forward. What we're hoping is not currently happening is the reverse of that. We need victims to come forward.
And in the escalating crisis, SPS is now investigating whether someone inside a house that was shot at over the weekend may have fired back.
The police do not condone or encourage.
All right, so we covered that already. So, yeah, and there's multiple videos. If I just go Vancouver shooting, all right, not Vancouver Canucks, Vancouver shooting, let's do that. Um, 13 days ago, deadly daylight shooting in Abbotsford too. Like, these are not exactly Vancouver proper, like the city exactly. Like these are all the little outskirts places in Vancouver, like the greater Vancouver area. You know what I'm saying? What were some other ones that I saw? I'm trying to just give you guys the ones that are within the last few days. No injuries in the latest suspect extortion related shooting in Surrey, BC. Okay, 7 days ago. 2 days ago, suspects flee Porsche after 22-year-old man shot outside of oh, that's over here, my bad. This is the one that we just watched, Surrey Auto Shop. Just bare extortion related. State of Washington investigates deadly Vancouver police shooting. Well, that's the states. Yeah, and then the ones from months ago also, they have just shootings. 9 days ago, another suspect in shooting. CTV Morning Vancouver. It's crazy. Listen, man, hold your head to anybody out there who's been dealing with all of the drama over there in Vancouver. Okay. I will say I don't have, like, RIP to Certi2x, right? And condolences to his family. But I can't say salute, because the stories that are floating around about homie right now, the amount of hats that they're putting on this guy, I don't know how many other documentaries are out right now. Let me just do a quick check to see if they have any other docs on him, but everything that I'm seeing online is just like, oh, I heard he had 7 hats. Oh no, I heard he had 30 hats. I heard he had 200 hats. And it's just like, no matter how much, whatever the number really was, he must have had a few hats. So I ain't gonna be like, yo, salute to some man that was out there just murking mans, even if it was his ops, bro. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.